What are the implications of technology applications in business when it comes to job loss, right? If technology is going to replace jobs, what do people do to secure their jobs and secure their future? When I started at NASDAQ, for example, in 1983, there was only 80 employees in the company and half of them were clerical. Well, today there's 4,000 people in that company and none of them are clerical. So I think the lesson learned there is that you will have a different job, and technology allows you to do more, better, faster, and reach more people. But with that, at the end of the day, is data is worthless without someone to interpret that data. Systems need people to manage those systems, understand those applications. You need people to understand the business applications to design those systems. So I do think that technology actually creates more jobs than it loses. It just changes them. So I think the best thing for someone looking to excel in that world is be adaptable, be flexible, always be learning, and understand that what exists today is not going to exist tomorrow. It's going to change. And just to understand that change is inevitable, and you can thrive and excel in that world. My education, I went to the University of Maryland, studied accounting, absolutely helped me with land my dream job and my dream career. Accounting is the language of business. And for me to study accounting, it was great because I could walk into an organization, and NASDAQ was a startup back in the 80s when I started, only 80 employees. And it was wonderful because accounting was how accounting helped me learn how all the business worked, et cetera. And here I am, a CPA with an accounting degree, et cetera, and I became CMO of an S&P 500 company. How many accountants become chief marketing officers? But I think it was the background at Maryland because they taught me a lot of different things. I focused on accounting, but I studied marketing and so on. And then when I went to graduate school at Loyola. So I credit both my business schools as giving me a tremendous background that allowed me to end up, and why I stayed at NASDAQ for 30 years and got to do all sorts of different things there, because the training they gave me allowed me to be adaptable, flexible, and understand and look around corners. And the most important thing I think in business is the ability to look around a corner. The first thing I always tell our students, one lesson I want to hammer home over is, I never ever want to hear that you have ever said the words, "It's not my job." Every job is your job. Understand that. You are 22 years old or whatever, you're an MBA, you're older than that, you're walking in the workplace. There is nothing that's not your job, and you will learn something from every one of those jobs and appreciate the breadth and scope of your organization. Secondly, though, is I want you to constantly be open-minded and apply the critical thinking that you learned and look at your own business as a business case you studied in school. And not be satisfied that they know all the answers when they're there, because enterprises tend to move slower than you think they do. And so I think you have a great opportunity. Hard work, an open mind, application of critical thinking, and the ability to step in there and just work is absolutely a recipe for success.